Hello 8th graders, it's Mr. KV, and today we want to work our way through a unit quiz or a pre-quiz on linear equations and relations. So we're going to look at some sample problems that I've handpicked from the textbook, and we will be working our way through very similar problems when we write our actual quiz. And so this is practice time right now. So let's start at the top with this pictorial pattern, and that's our learning target. The bullseye disappeared somehow, but it should say, or it does say, I can represent pictorial and written patterns with linear equations. All right, so our first job is to find some text, and let's make it red or whatever color this is, and let's start making a table of values. So keeping in mind y equals mx plus b, if x is the input, y is the output. So this first column, generally speaking, is our x column, and the second column is our y column. Keep that in mind later when we get into some graphing. But for now, let's make two columns. So we have here figures, and we have number of toothpicks. So first of all, I'm going to make a column for figures, and I'll call it column F. And then a column for toothpicks, and I'll call this column T. All right, and I might need to make this font a little, let's see if this will fit. I'm not sure if it'll fit. Let's make that, is that too small? Can I drag it this way? Oh, beautiful, lovely. Okay, there we go. All right, so editing my table of values. So let's go. So we've got figure 1 has 4 toothpicks. Okay, figure 2, we're going to add 3 more. Figure 3, we're going to add 3 more. You can see where this is going. Figure 4, oops, whoopsie daisy. Figure 4 has 13. And figure 5 has 16. All right, so there's my table of values. Maybe we'll make that a little bit smaller, fit that in there. Okay, and then secondly, we're going to describe the pattern. Can I write on here? Yes. So the pattern says that after, let's say the first figure has 4 toothpicks, every additional figure adds 3 more toothpicks. Oh, I'm dragging the wrong thing here. There we go. All right, develop an expression relating the number of toothpicks to the figure number. Now, I had some students remind me, and I was aware of this, I just overlooked it, it makes me very proud that we remembered the difference in definition between equation, which always includes an equals sign, therefore equation, and expression, which does not involve an equals sign. So the expression here is going to be simply 3f, 3 times whatever's in this column, plus 1 equals t. So that's as simple as it gets. Come on. It's hard for me to make a text box right over there. Okay, so 3f plus 1 is my expression. No equal sign, so it's not an equation yet. How many toothpicks are in figure 10? So to solve for that, we could map out the rest of the table of values down to the 10th figure, right? But let's use an equation instead. And so the equation is going to be, and I'll do my work over here. Oh, do my work right here. So the equation is going to be in this format, y equals mx plus b. Here's my y column. So I'm going to write t instead of y equals 3f, that's 3 times the figure, plus 1. Let me make that a bit larger for you. T equals 3f plus 1. That is the equation I'm going to work from. They're telling me use the 10th figure. Now, they could tell us the 20th figure, the 200th figure, whatever it is, we're going to plug it in to the place where you see F right now. And so in this case, it's 10. That's not too bad. So 3 times, instead of F, we're going to write 10 plus 1 equals, T equals, rather, 31. So that is our answer. We just verified it. And we're going to write 31. Okay. Now, how do the numerical values in the expression represent the pattern? So we go back to the expression. This is the expression right here. And they want us to talk about the two numbers, 3 and 1. And so I'm going to take my best shot at words, but let me just tell you, or putting this in word form, but let me just tell you, if you don't have the perfect words for this, that's totally fine. You can express this in different ways. So the 3 represents the number of toothpicks we add with each additional figure, right? And if you go over here, 3 is effectively our slope, rise over run. It's our slope. Now, down here, to hit edit, okay. What does the 1 equal? 1 represents that very first figure, represents the extra side in the very first, or not extra side, extra toothpick. Toothpick, it is a side, effectively, in the very first figure. So we start from this extra, we've got this extra toothpick, and then it sort of disappears going forward. It's always in the middle and sort of shared by two figures going forward. And so from that point, we're only adding 3. We're not adding 4 every time. So 1 represents the extra toothpick in the very first figure. I think I've answered, I'm having trouble talking here. I think I've answered number 1 as carefully as I can. I'm going to pause and save this video and then move on to number 2.